So, good morning, everyone. I wanted to share something. As always, Robert says, does anyone have anything on their heart? And I wanted to share this with everybody. I felt we needed to record this for everybody abroad, anyone on YouTube, the family there. And I wanted to just say, what an amazing thing. This morning, I got up and I was praying. And I was asking God, hey, what is on your heart? Or what do you want to do? And I was fighting for our group, that this family will bound together and will not be separated. And I was just putting worship on, and I love news. I see the world is going crazy with everything. So I'm like, forget the world. I want to focus on the kingdom of heaven. And so just as we were worshiping, I said, okay, let me make some food. Today we have baptism, more of the sons of Ishmael coming home. And our heart is not to just bring Ishmael home, but to restore his inheritance. And we believe the inheritance of every man and woman that finds Jesus Christ is to become a disciple of Jesus. Yes. And the reason that I am here with Elmira in this nation is we feel discipleship is so important. Not to just bring somebody to believe in Jesus, but that they know how it is to follow him and be a student and find the fullness of the purpose that God has for them. And I was cooking because we have baptism today. And I went downstairs to grab something, come back. And this afternoon, we want to go to Holland to minister to my family, my relatives there, my auntie and everybody else. Tom has ministered to them before, so every time he comes, we go there. And so then I hear water. I'm like, I could never hear the shower so loudly. Just went upstairs, and then I hear the shower upstairs. I'm like, everybody's showering, but it's so loud. I went downstairs to grab something from the kitchen, and I see the whole ceiling is raining, It's water pouring like never before. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I just called out, Kuros Kiana, and it was just about 7, maybe 7:15, 7 something. So that was already halfway in my day, but not theirs, not normal people. So, and then obviously, they jumped into action. Everybody is trying to put buckets, and Kiana is bringing pots and pans, And I come upstairs, I'm telling Elmira, stop the shower. So she shuts the water, and I'm going down trying to I'm like, where's the mop, and where is this, and where is that? And I'm doing all these things, but there's so much water. There's literally a centimeter or a centimeter and a half on the water on the whole floor. And it's going everywhere. I'm like, doing this. And then I come back upstairs, and Mira is like, I got soap in my eyes. I'm like, why you guys just can you go? I'm like, can't do it. Can you do it in the sink? There's that. I'm like, forget it, you have to just finish the shower quickly, All of these things happen, we mop and we're mopping, and suddenly the ceiling comes down and it hits me in the head. Boom, I'm like, what was that for a moment? So we get all the things out, we mop. Literally within an hour, we had the whole thing under control, all the water sucked. Shayam bring this, that one bring that one, the vacuum, this, that, and everything else. And then we cut the tiles and everything. 2 of the pipes had come out of each other. All this disaster happened because 2 pipes were not together. We put it together, tied it up, and then I had to shower to get all the things out. And as we were doing that, I came out, Elmira said, Kuro shared something, said, hey, when just two pieces are not together, imagine how big is the disaster. When two pieces are not together. And I was like, wow, that is a powerful picture. And then I said, you know, Elmira, this would have never happened in Canada. Because in Canada, we take the plumbing pipes and we glue it together. We put it together, literally, 5-7 seconds later, impossible to pull apart. The only way, cut. You cannot do it. This glue puts them together for the rest of their life. And I said, can you imagine in Germany, the plumbing is like the relationships. They click in and obviously the garbage or whatever had pulled out or something. It pulled it apart at some point. Something pulled them apart. And when you are doing things, you know, when there is garbage stuck and you're trying to, you know, pump or something, you know, to get the garbage out, relationship, yeah, the relationships, and sometimes does that. There's garbage stuck and you gotta, you know, put some plunger and plumber, you know, push some air through it. But sometimes people are not willing to deal with the garbage and the relationship comes apart. And then the disaster is a big disaster. Imagine if we were in relationships that we were glued to one another, nothing could pull us apart. And so I was doing that, and at the same time in the back of my mind, looking at the ceiling and everything and what it takes to dry up everything, and has it gone to the lower floor? If it is, then we have to rip the whole ceiling downstairs. We have to take all the mud that is between the floors, dry everything. I'm like, oh. In the middle of trying to buy a building for the church that has a lot of work itself. And then I was like, okay, hold on. Maybe the miracle is going to be even bigger because we needed 150 something for the down payment and 350. So about 500,000 just for the church. Now we need even more. So God wants to do a bigger miracle, I'm telling myself. And I was like, okay. And in the midst of these things, Elham sends me a voice and says, oh, I wanted to say happy birthday. And I remembered earlier, Najibe told me happy birthday. It's my birthday. I had forgotten it's my birthday in the middle of all these things. And I remembered, probably about 20 years ago, there was a girl in our church, in our home back in Vancouver, Fernanda Pellegrini. Fernanda Pellegrini, she was from Brazil. And she said, there is no God unless I see a miracle. She was playing with Kurosh, and Kurosh slipped out of her hand and went out of the window, fell 3 stories, face first. That day, Kurosh did not die. Kurosh did not break a bone. His skin did not break open for blood to come out. The biggest newspaper in the city wrote and put him on the first page, put "Miracle Boy survives, falling 3 stories." And the Lord that day told me, happy birthday, this is my gift to you. And I thought, and I wrote it when they interviewed me, I told them, hey, it was my birthday gift from God. And they said to me, oh yeah, God gave you a birthday. He says God gave him a birthday gift. But it was, my birthday on the paper is 20th in Western thing, but that happened 19. So I said he gave me a birthday gift one day before. Some 14 years later, I'm doing my paperwork for Germany. And 14 years later, and then I thought, I was doing the things and I realized my birthday is 19th, not 20th. They had made a mistake. I didn't know I was born on 19th. And the Lord said to me, "Really, remember that day? Happy birthday." I was like, wow, you know when I was born. And today, he reminded me of that and said, "Happy birthday. I'm giving you another gift." And that gift is a family. We sprung into action like a well-oiled machine. 2 hours later, everything back together. They still need to do some renovation. But the problem fixed. Pieces back together. And I wanted to say this. I don't know what may come in the near future or what will happen, but you need to choose that you would stay in relationship, that nothing pulls us apart, because the disaster of us not being together is much bigger. There will be sometimes garbage that needs to be dealt with. But under pressure, we should not come apart. We should be glued together. And I just felt like this is God's message for us today. And I wanted to also share it with you guys on the YouTube. So at the same time, I was doing a couple of short videos on the thing, and I put hey guys, pray and this and that. And immediately 2 people just got on the PayPal and donated, I think about $800 or something. So toward the purchase and repairing of the house. I was like, wow, that's amazing. The enemy thought that he can pull us apart. The enemy thought that we will be disappointed. We will be heartbroken, we would give up. But the days of Nehemiah, you know. And while we were doing these things finished, I sat down, had a coffee, and I thought, I wanted to cook. Elmira had made one of the foods, and then I was like, I gotta make the other food. You're not gonna give up on anything, not an inch. While, at 10:15, I was like, I gotta get this food done. By 10:40, I had prepared it. I said, let's bring it here. We'll have that lunch too. He didn't take an inch from us today. And Elmira said, are we still going to Holland? I said, you're not going to lose an inch. We're going to go there. We're going to preach the gospel. We're going to encourage people. We're going to do everything God has called us to do. Because for such a reason, God has put us together. This family is doing something. 4 years ago, I told Elmira's cousins to come here. Shahram and his family. He said no. They were here for 2 days and they decided they're going to move here from the north of Germany to here. God is doing something. And we are seeing God change lives, transform lives. What a privilege to be a part of this. I just want to encourage you, as we worship, remember, you're being used to bring transformation to this city and to lives. And I wanted to honor each one of you. Thank you. So, bye-bye. Everybody say thank you.